Hold it, gamers. I know you want to watch EndWalker, but I'm here to tell you there's about to be major spoilers. You're in the main heart of this expansion. So be warned, if you haven't caught up with the videos or you haven't played EndWalker for yourself, go do it, or I will never stop being angry. But if you are caught up, please enjoy the video.
Well, they have to say. Though I see new creations on a daily basis, here they look at them with a different eye. It will be interesting to observe Hermes at work. Lives apart.
If everyone is ready, there are a few creations I need to check on. First, we shall return to the spot where we found our wayward ambystoma. Have care when you step outside a hub, for there may be more unruly creatures about.
The one that ran your fade? What is this terminology you use? Ran your fade.
Don't worry about it.
Yo, shut the fuck up!
I'm a malfunctioning familiar. It's fine.
Please dial again. What?
What?
You start making a monotone noise.
Discreet, you fucking cat!
Yeah, Fira, put that away!
You're scared. You're scared of Meteon.
You too, Growling, put that bow away.
It's put away.
It's on your back.
Yeah, away. On my back.
This here is a new species of Petaluda that we recently set loose. It has been doing very well, managing to maintain a stable existence thus far. If it can see its observation period to the end without issue, we shall release it into the world. Tell me, do you know the difference between living beings and arcane entities? It is the presence of a soul, yet the soul isn't something you can choose to have at will. No, it manifests only in those beings whose forms adhere to the laws of creation, that can endure on their own. Beings that do not fulfill this requirement, such as those spontaneously born of magic or natural phenomena, do not have souls. No matter how much it might resemble flora or fauna, if it lacks a soul, then it is considered an arcane entity. So you see, it is not for mankind to decide what is living. That domain lies beyond our manipulation, and it is hubris to assume otherwise. But come, let us head to the nearby beacon. I've received a report that arcane entities have gathered there.
Watch out! Check out this arcane entity.
And then you fire off the gun.
God damn it, Fiera.
They're just
You and your coon mount.
my cool mount.
What does Emmett have to say? We were meant to be observing Hermes, but instead we're stuck with Meteon. Well, I suppose she herself serves as proof of his prowess as a researcher and creator both. Be nice to her.
What does Heteroteus have to say? A fascinating creation, much like yourself, little one. Renowned as Hermes for his flying life forms. It is a rare privilege to be able to see one of his works in progress.
Ah yes, lightning Numa, just as the report said. Although we call this structure a beacon due to its form, it's in fact a magical device. By manipulating the balance of elements, it keeps the isle airborne and maintains the climate thereupon. In the course of its operation, it often sees an internal shift towards a given element. Right now, that element is lightning, which draws the Numa here to replenish their aether. It appears Meteon is busy. Would you care to assist me in her stead and feed the Numa? Feed?
Feed the lightning?
By using this lightning converter, you can harness ambient lightning and focus it into a ball. A veritable feast for our dazzling friends. Go on, give it a try. Come on, let's get struck by lightning. Oh, okay.
I completely missed the targeting.
I get it.
Oh, I actually have to hit the destination. I thought I had to hit the lightning strikes themselves.
Come on, Cinnamon, you can aim better than that.
Perfectly done. Look.
Yum, yum, yum.
See how they gather to feed? How they express themselves through their actions despite their lack of words. Speech is not the sole defining characteristic of a thinking, feeling creature, nor is silence an indication that they do not possess these qualities. Be it a soulless arcane entity such as the Pneuma, or an ephemeral life form such as the Luda, all seek to perpetuate their existence, to survive. Is Metion a living being? A good question. I can answer it from a theoretical standpoint, but it ultimately falls to the Bureau of the Architect to pass judgment. Those with exceptional vision, such as Hythlodaeus, may be able to ascertain her true nature. But to me, it doesn't matter. She is herself, and that is all I need to know. Oh, you finished already? I'm sorry, I was in the way. Not to worry, my dear. They missed nothing of note, and we still have plenty of work for them to observe. Next, we will head east to the Morning Dew. I need to speak with some observers there.
Yay! Fucking camel. Camel giraffe. Woo! It's a Gobu!
It's a goober!
It's done!
Hythlodaeus, what do you have to say? Ah, this fellow has been the talk of the Bureau. The combination of a carefree aspect and endless rows of fangs is strangely charming.
Amazing.
Emmett, what do
is
you
it
have
not?
to say?
The Amphilos.
Was there a guiding
our
theme or
newest
any
subjects.
method to the madness that is this random assortment of features? Jeez.
It's adorable, but we swear and sneeze. Hermes went flying once.
Okay. Is everyone in scene now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's voiced.
Yeah.
Amphilos.
So, how are we coming along?
I like goober.
Goober. The goober's goobin'. There it is.
This place is Elpis. Those flowers. Elpis. Entelekis. Like me.
Telekis?
They are a product of Elpis, and so named for their birthplace. A happy accident, born of the hands of a former researcher who loved beautiful blossoms. Unique for how they change color, to reflect the emotional state of those nearby. Though be it here or elsewhere, they are seldom seen in any hue save purest white.
Reflect the emotional state, you say? By what means do they achieve this?
In creation, there exists an energy wholly apart from ether, one driven by emotions. In like manner to how we manipulate ether, this flower is subject to the influence of said energy. While it has no will of its own, it is sensitive to the prevailing emotion in the vicinity. and reacts by altering its color and vibrancy.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feeling.
Akasha. Though I'm not familiar with the term, your
Dynamis.
description suggests it is the self-same energy. Dynamis, we call it. And those entities like the Elpis flower that have the ability to interact with this energy, converting emotions into tangible phenomena, are Antelekis.
That's me! That's me! An Enteleki!
That you are, my dear. And no ordinary one at that, but the first possessed of free will.
Wait. A form of energy other than ether? Dynamis? I've never heard of such a thing.
Hardly surprising. Dynamis cannot be seen, much less felt. And though its existence has long been theorized, we had no proof until the flower's serendipitous creation. What's more, Dynamis is far weaker than ether. Under normal circumstances, its effects are drowned out by the latter. On account of which, beings comprised of and reliant upon the ether, like you and I, are unable to make practical use of Dynamis. 'Tis a truly esoteric thing, known to but a select few scholars.
Intriguing. Then, given the limitations you described, why create Netion?
Our star, Aetheris, is especially rich in ether, so much so that its name is derived from it. However, when we consider all energy in existence here and in the vast space beyond, Dynamis may account for as much as 68.3%. The more abundant form by far. Were we able to control it, we could open the door to limitless possibilities. 'Tis not unlike a gently flowing stream, unable to break through the dam of ether barring its path. But if we could imbue the stream with the vigor of a raging river...
But there are beings that can traverse that.
Not that I have such grand ambitions. Nay. I merely wish to create a being that could traverse the great expanse. The relative scarcity of ether beyond the bounds of this star was a concern. And so, I looked to another source of energy by necessity.
That being Dynamis. No wonder her ether is so thin.
Precisely.
Oh my god.
Yours is thin too.
Let me know when you guys get to the choice.
Like an Enteleki. Like me. So, are we the same? Entelekis.
I'm at the choice.
I have a last option.
That's the one that I chose.
I'm gonna choose that last one.
Me too.
Fuck it. I want to fuck with him. He's being a butthead.
You know, fuck it. Yeah, I'm going with it too.
Aren't we ungrateful?
Because he deserves it.
Okay,
I
okay,
should
okay.
revert you to the pathetic, faded thing you were.
I'm sorry, okay? I was just joking.
A deficit of ether alone
Did an
does not
improper
an intellect
job.
make. It would, however, make it easier for you to interact with Dynamis. And
I mean,
limited
you
though its
can.
influence may be, this quality could prove the difference between victory and defeat.
We're assuming that
You do
God
well not to
shows
underestimate it.
being, creature, thing
Ow.
exists.
It's true.
You are boring
Oh
the
dear.
goober.
I'd forgotten about the poor fellow. You must excuse me a moment while I go and verify a few more things.
Butt scratch. Oops, I clicked. No, I didn't get to hear what that.
For Enteleckies, I can only assume that Opus Flower was submitted to the Bureau before I joined.
Imp-
Uh-oh. Their greatest contribution.
Not that I or anyone else would be able to make use of it, even if we knew, but it irks me to discover that there is an entirely different form of energy, and no one told me. Me!
Don't you know who I am? I am Emmett Selk of the Convocation.
I am Hades. Why am I not informed?
Me!
That personal annoyance aside, Hermes' knowledge is undeniably impressive, given that there are none among the 14 who specialize in the Celestial. He would be a welcome addition. Assuming he can be persuaded to join, that is. I still can't understand his hesitation.
Why did you join the convocation? Oh, you wish to know why Emmett Selk was chosen for the convocation? I should be glad to share the tale.
Of course, Hypnolodeus jumps in on that.
Oh, my boyfriend? Oh, I'd love to tell you.
No.
Not another word. Lest you've forgotten. Hypnolodeus
You
just
kicked the
so-
ground.
kicked the
He's
ground.
just like, oh.
Oh my gosh. Lest you've forgotten, we're to learn about Hermes, not me. My misspent youth is not your concern.
Okay.
What now?
What do you have to say?
If you would accompany us, I suppose you should at least know that much. The Convocation of 14 is a governing body that determines myriad policies. Our goal is to ensure that all is right in creation, that our star may know a brighter future. As the name suggests, the council is comprised of 14 offices, each of which is held by an individual chosen for their surpassing abilities. Depending on the office, one is required to either be an authority in a certain field or possess skills that would facilitate the performance of their stipulated duties. The former category includes Metreon, specialist in aquatic life, Longreef, specialist in terrestrial life and husbandry, Hamarut, specialist in fungal and plant life, Amarolith, specialist in medicine and healing, and Lahabrea, specialist in creation magics, who has brought forth phantom beings of the highest complexity. As for the latter category, there is Ultima, advocate of the arts, Igiorum, champion of enlightenment and rhetoric, Pasha Tarot, preserver of discipline and order, Emmett Selk, keeper of the ethereal realm, or underworld in the vernacular, Fandaniel, pursuer of extant phenomenon, and Azem, traveler of the world and counselor to the people. What? Should I be revealing such details to you? Don't be silly. Even children know this much, and you would do well to remember it all.
Dude, I think right now we're the same age.
The age of your soul.
It's a dance. My apologies for the wait. I have inspected the Impelos to my satisfaction. All is well with the creature, and I dare say it won't be long ere it is released into the world. Another creation, however, reportedly isn't faring so well. The Charybdis. That is what we shall tend to next. If you would follow me, my friends, we shall return to the main aisle and head north. I can't follow you if you just disappear into nothingness.
Here, Foxy, can you Uber for me real quick?
Oh yeah.
Let it be known.
Serpentine bird or a winged snake. There's a slight difference in etheric balance between these Charybdis. And by this, it may be assumed that they aren't the original creations, but their offspring. Oh. I understand there is a problem with one of the Charybdis. Yes, that's right. As you know, the Charybdis is based on a sea creature. Owing to adjustments to enhance its affinity to wind, it is capable of flight. The specimens created from the concept could all fly without issue, but a problem arose in subsequent generations. This third generation creature was born with an etheric balance leaning strongly towards water, its aquatic origin reasserting itself, it would seem. The result being its affinity to wind is diminished, and it cannot fly. No matter what we try, we can't get it to rise even the slightest bit. For such change to manifest in so few generations, I fear they are too unstable, flawed. With your permission, I will revert the creatures and recommend to the Bureau that the concept be revised. With its etheric balance leaning towards water, the Charybdis would indeed struggle to manipulate wind, yet it is too early to conclude that it cannot fly. Having failed at first, it may simply have developed a fear. I shall transform and fly with it, helping it to manipulate wind until it finds its wings. What? You needn't go to such lengths. You don't know, but of course not. Transformation is an art in which one manipulates a vast quantity of aether to construct another body around oneself. In practice, this allows one to assume any conceivable form, and thereby transcend the limits of one's flesh. Yet convenient though it may be, transforming in the presence of others is considered vainglorious in the extreme, as uncouth and unseemly as running about robeless, shameful. Am I to understand you make a habit of this? Nothing of the sort. It's just that, when transformed, I can wield the wind and fly. It may seem excessive, but what is our shame next to the lives of these creatures? They deserve a chance, and we owe it to them to do all in our power. Be that as it may. Yes, I believe I have a solution. Ms. Selk, may I trouble you to move that Charybdis away from its fellows, somewhere out of sight? Meanwhile, I'd like the rest of you to help me prepare here. What mischief are you scheming now? No mischief, I assure you. I would but spare you the need to report to your colleagues that Hermes committed an indiscretion. So have a little faith, and run along.
Run along, little convocation.
I trust you don't mind. Emmett Selk is out of sight? Good. Let's speak of the plan. It's a stroke of genius, really. We have Emmett Selk train the Charybdis. Aside from being able to fly untransformed, he can readily see aether currents, and with his adept spellcraft, he can also employ suitable wind magics to guide the creature along. While he is indeed capable of all you described, it is not his duty. I am loath to trouble him with it. Don't be. As I mentioned, it would also be for his own sake. With that settled, let's begin at once. I want you to go to Emmett's cell. Tell him that you have a favor to ask. He will be disinclined to cooperate at first, but you mustn't be discouraged. With our friend, the trick is to be unflaggingly persistent. Off you go now, and good luck. I have a favor to ask. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm running over that dumpy. Getting that dumpy.
God, L2 really is dumpy.
Emmett Silk. Emmett, say I have a favor to ask. Oh no you don't! I'm not lifting a finger!
Come on, I fucking did.
Ugh, I don't know what Hythlodaeus is up to, and I will not be made to know. I refuse! If Hythlodaeus is to be believed, relentless insistence may serve to wear down the ever-wary Emmett Selk. Say, please, Emmett Selk.
Oh. Oh.
No, no, no. You are not.
I was not
forcing this
expecting the
nonsense on
voice
me.
acting, but I did that on purpose.
Do I actually have to put like the
I'm
little
given to understand
symbols
you have the power
Yeah.
to
next to
help
it?
the
Or...
Yeah,
creators.
exactly
You
as you
should be
see it.
quite willing to do
That's
so.
fuck. Why the hell do they sometimes put that there
We saw
and make it a
appeal to your
requirement
better
and
nature.
sometimes don't?
Most benevolent Emmett Selk. Please teach her to fly.
Or else Hermes will transform. Right now.
I'm not getting anything.
Now, there's no need to
Am
go
I
quite that far.
Fucking stupid.
Altruism is its own reward, as I'm sure he would agree.
Oh, would he now? And who contrived to put me in this position, pray tell?
Nothing so devious. I merely suggested a possible course of action.
Please, Emmett Selk. Please.
Okay. It's not working.
Are you putting /say and then
I did not come all this way
please,
to play
Emmett Selk?
nursemaid to your creations.
Don't forget the
I thank
comma.
you to remember this favor and let it be the last.
I didn't know I was supposed to be putting /say. I just switched the thing over to say.
I mean that works too.
It
Oh my shit! It's
I will aid it once it has taken to the air. It falls to you to shepherd it skyward.
Well, let's relax and enjoy the spectacle, shall we?
Oh, this should be good.
You were wondering why Emmett Selk joined the convocation. Truth be told, he wasn't the first choice for the office. I was, on the strength of my ability to see ether. But I declined the offer. For though my vision is exceptional, I am pedestrian in all other aspects. Worse even, quite abysmal when it comes to manipulating ether, for example. Couldn't transform even if I had a mind to do so. What good is the ability to perceive a problem if one cannot act to address it? Emmett Selk has no such shortcomings. He excels in vision and manipulation both, the latter to an extraordinary degree. If there is a mage more powerful, I do not know of them. Thus did I recommend him for the office in my stead. And I wasn't the only one. Far from it. Countless others vouched for his skill and character. People the world over, to whom he had previously lent a helping hand. Oh, how surprised he was. Claimed he hadn't done anything remarkable for anyone. Modest to a fault. He deserved every bit of acclaim he received. Yet he may well have gone unappreciated were it not for a mutual friend. A singular soul who can't help but involve herself in the business of others. Where she walks, excitement is certain to follow. Her antics irritate Emmett Selk to no end. But much of his grumbling stems from genuine concern. When our friend calls, he never fails to answer and lend his talents. And in the course of doing so, he himself came to be recognized and respected by those around him. They are truly remarkable individuals, and I'm proud to call them friends. To help them realize their dreams. This will be my greatest contribution to our world. And when they have fulfilled their respective purposes, so too shall I have fulfilled mine, and together we may return to the star. Look at me, spilling my innermost secrets. I can't seem to help it with you. I can only assume it is due to the color of your soul. I just don't understand how you can be so alike and yet so different.
Well done, my pet. Well done!
Ah, yes. I dare say the Charybdis will be fine here on.
No idea what I'm doing wrong.
Why don't you go and signal to Emmett Selk?
Which phrase?
Let him know
which
that
phrase
his
are you
arduous
on?
task is at an end.
I have a favor to ask. None of it has worked.
Don't put it in quotations.
I put it in both. Neither one has worked.
Don't put the quotation marks.
Did you not just hear me?
No, I definitely, because I was still listening.
Oh. Well, I said.
Hi, Emmett Selk. Emerging from his reverie, Emmett Selk notices you and begins to descend with the Charybdis. He just runs us over.
Is it just /wave?
Yeah.
Ah, fuck. I hit the thing.
I have no words to express my gratitude. Thanks to you, the Charybdis has learned to fly. And they and I could relax and have a pleasant chat. I'm sure you did. The creature needed some small assistance at first, but soon it was flying more or less on its own. I doubt you will need to repeat the lesson. That was truly impressive. I witnessed it all from afar. The Charybdis flies. Indeed, with this, we've proven that even a creature with skewed etheric balance is capable of flight. Though we helped it to achieve this, the Charybdis is a herd animal. They may well aid their struggling kin in like fashion if and when the need arises. Keeping this in mind, I bid you continue observing them, if that is what you want. But if I may say so, rather than hoping an idealistic possibility comes to pass, would it not be simpler to have the concept adjusted? That way, we could guarantee that anomalies such as the specimen are never born in the first place. These creatures are already here. We will spare no effort in giving them a chance to survive. As you wish, Chief. As you wish. Hermes. I'm fine. Don't worry. Well, that concludes all my present tasks. Let us return to... No. For now. What? Want to apologize for forcing me to help, do you? Save your breath. You didn't force me to do anything. I merely chose the most expeditious way to have done with an impediment to our business.